What is going on, everyone? Nostalgia925 coming at you with another exciting explaining Digimon episode. In this video we are going to be talking about a fan favorite Digimon, one that actually received a great many requests. And before I even begin exploring that Digimon, let me give you a shout out to those that have been asking for it for many times. Aiden Robert Shaw, Monte Logan, Rohan Bartholomeus, This Channel Has No Name, Jail 1440, Colton Walker, Valkyra Sonara, Mysterious Meon, Raphael Rosas, Ron McMenamy, Mr. Matt, Cypher Lillis, and Wang On. Thank you. I am sure I am missing a few, but anyway, shout out to all of you guys. Thank you for giving me the push to make this video. Now, let us talk about Armadillomon and see what this Digimon has in stock for us. I don't doubt that Armadillomon is an extremely popular Digimon, especially when you know that it was a partner Digimon of those Digidestined in Digimon Season 2. Well, despite its popularity, I have to say that the Digimon has kind of been ignored by the Digimon producers, and in this video I will explain why I think so. Armadillomon is a mammal Digimon derived from the armadillo, a very interesting mammal. Armadillo is Spanish for little armored one. It is an animal native to the Americas, where they inhabit a variety of different environments. And just like the armadillo, Armadillomon's body is also covered in a hard shell. I cannot say how hard that shell would be, but certainly extremely hard, as it is sometimes used as a means of defense and of offense. Its personality somehow reminds me of Gomamon, the Digimon we already discussed in the Explaining Gomamon video. Armadillomon has a carefree, charming personality, except that it occasionally gets hurt by getting too carried away. Now, pay attention, Armadillomon belongs to the Nature Spirits family. Members of this field are generic animal or monster-like Digimon, or those who dwell in desert-like areas. It will be extremely important that we take into account the family Armadillomon belongs to, because unfortunately, the Digimon was not given an ultimate or a mega level. To know that Armadillomon belongs to the Nature Spirits family, we might be able to maybe imagine ourselves how its next forms might eventually look like. The champion form of Armadillomon is the dinosaur Digimon called Ankylomon. It is a Digimon derived from one of my favorite dinosaurs, the Ankylosaurus. A quadrupedal dinosaur with an impressive armor consisting of knobs and plates and with a giant club at the end of its tail. The dinosaur has been estimated to have been between 6 and 8 meters, or between 20 and 26 feet long, weighing between 4.8 and 8 tons. This really is extremely crazy, and that is why it belongs to my most beloved dinosaurs, because it is basically a tank. And now, you have to imagine that Ankylomon is not merely a copy of the dinosaur, it is basically an enhancement, with its whole body covered in hardened skin. It has spikes everywhere. Trust me when I say it, Ankylomon is as much a tank as is the Ankylosaurus. And despite its large build, it can leap high into the sky and crush the opponent under it. And when you weigh as much as the Ankylosaurus, trust me, those underneath it won't have a good time. Ankylomon can violently beat the opponent with that iron sphere on the tip of its tail, breaking the opponent's bones or whatever is breakable. Extremely interesting. The only luck a foe may have is the fact that Ankylomon fundamentally is a herbivorous Digimon. As a result, it is not ferocious. But that does not mean that it is timid. On the contrary, it possesses a brave personality worthy of the tank-like dinosaur Digimon it is. Just like Armadillomon, it belongs to the Nature Spirits family, which explains why it looks like an animal. It also belongs to the Metal Empire family. Members of this field are generally mechanical or mutated Digimon. This does not say for sure that Ankylomon is a mechanical or mutated Digimon, but it might be of extreme importance for our speculation of its next form. To finish, Ankylomon belongs to the Dragon's Roar family. Members of this field are generally draconic Digimon. Knowing the three families, we might maybe get an idea on what the next forms might look like. And the best way to start is to first take a look at the new Digimon of Digimon Season 2. I think that it is a bit obvious that the Digimon producers won't make a team of Digimon where the two of them will more or less digivolve in a Digimon with the same type. For example, Vmon represents the dragons in that team, and you will see that all its next forms are dragon type. Warmon represents the insects, meaning that its next forms are obviously going to take the path of the insects. And you can easily find it in the Explaining Warmon Digivolution line video. Hawkmon clearly is the bird type. But what about Armadillomon? Well, the answer is rather simple. Armadillomon, despite being extremely underrated in my eyes, actually represents the dinosaur type in that team. I would even say that Armadillomon would in fact be the equivalent of Agumon in Digimon Season 1. Agumon is a dinosaur, and its next forms are also dinosaurs, even if its mega level, War Greymon, is considered as a dragon type. So it might maybe be wiser to compare the Agumon line to the Armadillomon line. We already know the champion Ankylomon and the different families it belongs to, but now we have to figure out the ultimate level. It is said that one of the effects of Ultimate Digivolution is that it can often cause the Digimon to refine its strength and decrease its size at the same time. Like for example a Togemon digivolving to Lilymon, it goes from big to small. However, when we take a look at Greymon and Metal Greymon, Greymon is classified with a size of 30G. I know I will have to explain the measures, but we will do that in another video. Metal Greymon is not classified with a size 30G, but 40G, so it became bigger. This might mean that Ankylomon's next form might maybe be bigger, but that is no guarantee. Chances might also be that the ultimate form will become bipedal, as that is what sometimes happens when one jumps to the ultimate form. Think of Garurumon to Wergarurumon, or Ikakumon to Zudomon. All of them went from quadrupedal to bipedal. Wooded Wolf made an interesting design on Deviant Art. I'll make sure to put a link towards his page in the description box. As far as I can tell, Ankylomon has become bipedal, so we already share one point in common. However, I must say that I'm not really sure about the armor looking the way it does, because the most prominent trait of Armadillomon and Ankylomon is the organic armor it has. It does not carry armor, that armor is simply part of its body. And to suddenly see it wearing extra armor kind of bothers me. I would really think that an ultimate and a mega of Armadillomon would only gain a strong increase in armor to at some given point be close to impenetrable. I would even think that the Metal Empire genes might maybe make that organic armor covered in a solid layer of Chrome Digizoid, an extremely strong metal in the Digimon universe. Even if Ankylomon belongs to the Metal Empire family, I don't think that it would be very technologically advanced like for example a Metal Greymon, even if the possibilities are elevated. But still, to be honest, don't mind my criticism, extremely well designed Wooded Wolf. I myself would certainly not be able to do it better. If you were to see how I would draw a human, you might be laughing extremely hard. Here is the mega level of Armadillomon, again designed by Wooded Wolf. It is also extremely interesting. It has been designed in a very interesting fashion, even if it somehow gives me the feeling that its defense does not look as strong as Ankylomon. Now that I think of it, do you all remember Rhinomon? We discussed the Digimon in the explaining Patamon Armor Digivolution line video. There is a Deviant Art made by AlexPascenko, and when seeing this variation, I could actually better imagine how a mega level Armadillomon would look like if it really existed. You see the bulky design. I really think that Armadillomon's mega level would actually look more or less like that. But don't get me wrong, it does not mean that Wooded Wolf's design is not great at all. Its design is extremely interesting, and especially for the following. You know what I really like? I do like the digital hazard on its chest. It is the same as the digital hazard on Guilmon, a Digimon we've already discussed, and that symbol means that the Digimon has the potential to be highly destructive and, if corrupted, could threaten the very existence of both the digital world and the human world. And I know that that would actually come as a surprise to most, as Armadillomon is known as a carefree Digimon. But that is really what I like most, because it comes as a message. Never take someone lightly, even if that someone might look very innocent, carefree and harmless. You never know what potential someone may have, certainly when you underestimate it. Now to finish, those who have watched Digimon Season 2, you will know that Ankylomon can DNA Digivolve with Angemon. Together they become one Digimon named Shakkoumon, a mutant Digimon. But if I may say so, it is an extremely spiritual Digimon. Shakkoumon is derived from the Shakoki Dogu. A distinguishing feature of the object are the exaggerated female buttocks, chest and thighs, and the abdomen are sometimes covered with patterns. According to a theory, Shakkoumon is an angel Digimon which descended to the ancient digital world, a period where, according to research, the powerful Pharaohmon had absolute rule over many areas and their Digimon inhabitants. A period we certainly need to explore, like we explored Witchenly, where I talked for 45 minutes about that place. The design of Shakkoumon is made to make it extremely difficult to determine what it is thinking. No wonder, as its face is expressionless, even if it has a gentle personality. Now, why did I say that Shakkoumon is a very spiritual being? That would actually be because of its attacks. One of its attacks is called Justice Beam, or Aramitama, which is the rough and violent side of a spirit. When Shakkoumon uses that attack, it radiates red laser beams from its eyes that can reach 100,000 degrees Celsius at their focal point. If you know that the cells of a human die around 41 degrees Celsius, what can 100,000 degrees do to a human? Think of it. It has another attack called Kachina Bombs, also called Nigimitama, meaning the harmonious spirit. A Kachina is a spirit being in the religious beliefs of the Pueblo people. These are different Native American cultures located in the southwestern part of the United States. The Kachina concept has three different aspects: the supernatural being, the Kachina dancers, and the Kachina dolls. They are small dolls, and that is what you are seeing in the attack of Shakkoumon. So you see how far Digimon takes us. Do you see how far their inspiration can come from? This is really what made me love Digimon so much. Now, this is the end of my video, my friends. Unfortunately, the Digimon producers did not give us an ultimate or a champion form for Armadillomon. That is why we can only speculate and imagine how those forms may look like. But for the designs and from the information we got, we can maybe have a solid idea, but still, I will have to ask you guys to write how you think those forms might look like. Make sure to write a lot. I'd like to read all your comments, and who knows, maybe I'll make another video talking about it more deeply. Now, I'd like to stop with a comment I received from Spark Gold. The following was said: "Hey Nostalgia925, the English voice actor to Armadillomon and Wizardmon, Robert Axelrod, just passed away today, September 8th. If you can mention him in the Armadillomon video, it will mean a lot." Of course I can do that for you, and especially for him. I admit that I never really paid attention to the voice actors. All of them were so great that it really seemed as if it really was the Digimon that were talking. And after doing some research, I came to understand that Robert Axelrod did not only play the voices of Armadillomon, Ankylomon, and Shakkoumon, but also Wizardmon, as said Spark Gold, and also Vademon. He also lent his voice for one of my favorite villains. I'm talking about Lord Zed of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I did not know Robert Axelrod until Spark Gold asked me to mention him. But now I'm really aware that we lost someone, or at least I lost someone that really is part of those aspects that made my childhood. So my condolences to the family and to the fans. Thank you, sir, for your work and contribution. Thank you to have played an important part of my childhood without me even knowing. And another thank you because your work is very, very successful. There are many fans of Digimon or many fans of Mighty Morphin and Power Rangers. This means that we will always hear your voice. We heard it yesterday, we hear it today, and we will hear it tomorrow. So, thank you, sir.